A huge moo to the herd, and welcome to episode 2 of our Omnifactory playthrough. So in the last episode we made our tools up, but I was grumbling about the speed of the furnace. So we're going to need to do something about that, and there is a quest chain. Iron furnaces can smelt an item in 150 ticks, which is somewhat faster than vanilla furnace, which takes 200 ticks. The fuel efficiency remains the same for all furnaces. And the one below that, which we can't read at the moment, is furnace version 3.0, which I happen to know is made of copper. And the one after that is silver, and then gold, then diamond. So let's see how many omnicles we've got, because I want these furnaces upgraded. So I don't have any copper at the moment, but we know we can spend the coins and get the copper. And for copper ore, that's just 2 coins. Oop, not 3. Great, so I've got 1 furnace and I know it's 8 copper. Did I use up all my iron? I did, so I'm going to need to get some more iron smelted as well. Not vanadium magnetite, I want just magnetite. And I'm also going to need some silver, which I think is just that and that. No, that is magnetite. I've got plenty of that. Quartzite. Let's look it up, trying to guess it. Oh, it's 3 of them, that's right. And we should have plenty of gold. So if I can get this up to gold tier, I don't think I've got enough coins to do diamonds just yet. But then handing in all these quests will give me lots more coins. So, iron, see, iron, copper's being done, silver, gold, drop my copper ore in here, the silver ore in there, drop out omnicoins in. What else have we got while we're waiting for that to do? Confused about all the wrenches yet. The crescent hammer is for use on machines from thermal expansion, but can be used for basic wrench interactions with blocks from almost every mod. The Yetta wrench is used with machines and conduits from Ender.io and has several special display modes, sneak, mouse wheel to switch between them. The Gregtech wrench is used to rotate Gregtech machines and redefine their output size. You can see which mod a machine is from with the blue text at the bottom of the tooltip. Right, so crescent hammer is 3 iron and 1 tin. A Yetta wrench is 3 iron and an iron gear. Wow, so that's 4 rods, 4 plates. Okay, so we're definitely going to need more iron. And a wrench we've already made because we made it as part of our tools. Right, so let's just make up our iron. And we'll leave the wrenches quest for now. Ender.io conduits are the preferred way to move fluids around rather than Gregtech pipes. Incredibly flexible and powerful, they make fluid crafting almost bearable. Almost bearable. So, standard recipe, conduit binder, which is gravel, sand and clay. So we'll need to go and grab some of that. What other quest do we have? Worktables. If you try to craft each item on demand, you'll go insane, or more insane if you're already there. Use worktables to save recipes for all the steps in production chains for things like tools, circuits, machine casings and more. If you're doing this right, you'll likely have a dozen or more worktables in short order. Load at the table storage area with the necessary materials and batch craft items when needed. The satisfaction of clicking a few buttons and getting a stack of our finished items crafted up is worth the effort. Each worktable will remember up to the last 9 recipes you made in them, which can be recalled by clicking the top right recipe history pane. If you want to ensure a recipe doesn't ever get replaced by a different one, right click it in the history pane to lock it. So what do I need? I need some books, crafting tables and chests. Now, we had some bookcases somewhere. I'm sure we had it in one of these places. Ah, there we are. Let's vein mine them. So that should be by books. Just see if there's any crafting tables not being used anywhere. Nope. Nice cauldron there though. I've got one crafting table not being used. I'll keep one for me. I've got plenty of wood, so I need 4. Oops, turn it into wood first. So that's my 4 crafting tables. And now I want some chests. So if I take 8 wood, I can turn it into a chest. And now it should simply be 4 of these, 4 of these, 4 of these. It gives me my 4 work tables from forestry. I'll be honest and say I don't really use the work tables. Not because I'm insane, although there is an argument that could be made for that. But the crafting calculator just makes life so much easier. Right, so that's my 8 iron. So I am going to take the fuel out. Upgrade this to first iron tier and then to copper. Now there is something I found out on these is that if you break them with fuel in them, you lose the fuel. So silver and gold, and we've got 2 slots in it. We've got plenty of slots for fuel, and it is quite a bit faster copper tier. So I wonder how fast it'll be once we get up to gold tier and eventually get up to diamond tier. So I need to do some digging, and what I want is some more iron. That's tin. I'll need that in a minute. Let's take that stack. Right. Because I can make something quite handy for digging, but in the interim, just going to make a simple shovel. I think first of all I need to find where the river is. It's over here. Let's get this all out of the way. Thank you. Let's see if we can find some sand and clay and gravel. Well, sand's not a problem. Plenty of that here. We've got plenty of oil sand as well. Oh, that's handy. I've just seen some cows in the distance. We are going to become good friends. I'm not sure if that's the right term to use. Sand. So how much did I need for? Let's go back. So I get 2 conduit binder and I get 8 from that, so that should be enough. So it's just clay really I need. I need some more gravel though, I think. Let's see if we can find some clay. Hold breath. Nope, that's all gravel. Ooh, sugarcane. I definitely want that in a bit. Ah, there's some clay. Oops, don't want to drown. Hello, my friendly cow. Stay right there, we shall come back and have a discussion later. Meanwhile, Whee! How to get back to my base quickly. Okay, so we've got gold, silver. I'm going to stop this for now and upgrade it a bit because I want things to be significantly faster. So, silver furnace. If you pick up this item whilst it has fuel in the fuel slot, the fuel will be destroyed. Remove all the fuel you wish to keep from the fuel slots before breaking this with a pick. Wise words indeed. Right, silver done. Let's just make sure it is done by closing my inventory. And gold. Pop you back in. Ooh, even more slots. Right, I'm going to grab some wood. Just a stack should be enough. Turn that all into charcoal for now. And we'll drop our iron back in. And meanwhile, we'll make some conduit binder. So we've done that, we've done that. Let's do that. Eight of that for now. We'll drop that into the slot as well. That's considerably faster. I really want to get this up to diamond. Let's see how many coins I can grab. Claim all. Let's zoom you out. There's another 4. And what does diamond ore take? Diamond ore is 2 omni quarters. So that's 10 omni nickels. Do I have 10 omni nickels? I have 7. Not quite. We ran out of fuel. Good thing I was making some. Right, so dark steel, gold, Damascus steel, ender pearls, they can all go away. Some charcoal there. Some charcoal here. And we should have now plenty of charcoal to carry this on. Pick up the rest of it on the way. Plenty of iron being made, and I just want this binder. Also going to need some glass. Okay. Where do we want to end up on this episode? It would be good to try and get some power set up. I think there's my binder, there's my glass, so 3 glass, 6 binder, 4 pressurized conduits, and another quest complete. Let's do the wrenches. So I know I've got some tin. Let's take out the Yatta wrench, crescent hammer. And let's sort out this mess of inventory. Oops, come back here. Now, so to make the gear, I'm going to need 4 plates. Iron plates. 4 iron rods. And a screwdriver. Screwdriver in there. Rods there. Plates there. Gives me an iron gear. And then it should be just enough iron to make the Yetta wrench. And I don't want the tin, I want the iron. And we're just going to get all that iron smelted up because we're clearly going to need it. See what I mean from the previous episode? When you think you have enough, you don't. Infinite water, more materials. Before we continue, we'll need access to some more materials. Redstone found only deep in the world in massive veins paired with cinnabar and ruby. Copper, 2 primary sources. Tetrahedrite veins are higher up, whilst chalcopyrite veins are lower, paired with some small amounts of iron. We also find malachite inside of iron veins. This is another type of copper ore. Tin, found essentially at ground level and almost always detectable by a scanner from the surface. Cassiterite is another type of tin ore, and they're always found together. If you cannot find a vein of tin, there are some small amounts of tin inside veins of aluminium, and rock salt, which might be enough to hold you over until you find a proper tin vein. Coal, found in relatively shallow depths. Lignite coal is just a less pure and less effective form of coal, and gold, found inside of magnetite veins close to the surface. So we need copper, tin, coal, gold, and redstone. Now we've got coal and gold taken care of. Tin should be easy because I can just smelt a load of that. Copper, I found some, we bought some with coins. And redstone, we also bought with coins. So we could easily knock this one out. So if I take, how much does it need? 24. So, wrong way. I wanted the copper, redstone ore. Let's do that, and we'll do 12, and how much? 12 copper as well. Right, so drop that in, drop that in, drop that in. And hopefully we can get that one unlocked. Rubber sheets. Going out and search a rubber tree is a viable option for sure. However, this isn't appealing. You can also shear leaves and make plant balls out of them. Plant balls smelt into slime, and slime smelts into rubber. You want to transition to rubber trees at some point though, since the ratio of leaves to rubber is quite poor. Rubber can be hammered into sheets, just like metals can be turned into plates. It's quite inefficient to do it this way, but such is the life of early game Gregtech. At least rubber isn't particularly hard to come by. Right, so let's make some shears. Need some sticks for that. I've got plenty of sticks already there. Just gonna make some easy wooden ones. So gear, some shears, and let's go prune some leaves. Kind of wish I hadn't, cut down all those trees. Oh, they did not last long. I also know you can use vines and saplings to make the plant balls, so I think we've got enough of all of those. So first things first, take oak leaves, turn them into plant balls. Right, so that gives me 5 plant balls. That can go in the bin. Right, I've done my more materials, which is good. My plant balls are turning into slime. And I can turn the slime into rubber. I need a big batch of slime, of rubber. I am going to need some rubber trees though, so that's something we'll need to fix later down the line. Okay, now we need some rubber sheets. Now I'm going to convert all of these into rubber sheets because I actually need 6 to make a rubber mallet. So that's another quest done, and that one's done as well. So yeah, I need another rubber sheet, and we also need to get some more rubber for the scanner module. That's fine. From dust to wires. Although most alloys require an alloy smelter, some alloys can be made simply by mixing the correct metal dust together. Copper dust mixed with redstone dust makes red alloy dust. Iron dust mixed with redstone dust makes conductive iron dust. Smelt it into ingots, hammer it into plates and cut them into wires. Okay, so I need 14 copper dust. So why did it only ask me to make 12 ingots? That's frustrating. Right, so now I have 14. Just get our mortar out to turn that into dust. And then 14 plus ding, 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 ding. Huh, I need some more redstone. I do have some redstone, don't I? Or did I put it away? Do I need to smelt some more redstone? I do. Already, my lack of inventory management is causing headaches. Definitely says 14. Yes, I'm not reading it incorrectly. Right. Red alloy dust, and we turn that into red alloy ingots. Iron dust, so 32 iron, so half a stack. And that. I'm guessing I need 32. What's the recipe for this? Redstone as well. Okay. Where's my redstone? There it is. Should be enough there. Meanwhile, I'll put my coins away. And once that's smelted, we can combine our iron dust and our redstone dust and make conductive iron dust, which we can then, make sure that's registered, turn into ingots. And then we turn them into plates, and so I might as well do the plates now. So that and that equals 7 plates. That plus that equals 7 red alloy wires. I did it again. I made the plates, but I didn't close my inventory, so it hasn't registered. So we need to make some even more. What we'll do is we'll let the conductive iron dust cook up, and once that's done, we'll get that sorted, and then we'll correct the mistake we made with the plates. So we'll be right back. Okay, so our conductive iron ingot's finished. I used my Omni coins to buy some copper to replace the stuff we didn't get the quest credit for. And I'm just smelting up some redstone. Just pop that away. So we've got enough to do the plates again. It's always frustrating when that happens. The natural instinct just click, 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 and then, oops. Right, so let's turn you into copper dust again. And mix you with the redstone. And then drop the red alloy dust in. Swap those over so we can get that done. Once they're finished, meanwhile, we need to make 16 plates. We'll make sure we close our inventory. Great, and now we'll turn those into conductive iron wires. Where is my wire cutters? I just saw them and then I sorted my inventory. Here we go. Alright, so it just leaves the red alloy plates to complete that quest. Relatively easily fixed, and where's my hammer? Done. We get a nice Omni quarter out of that one. So what options have we got now? We've got cables, most basic cables such as these red alloy cables can be wrapped in their rubber insulation by hand. More advanced types of cables require an assembly machine and liquid rubber, but you could do the simple way for now. Okay, so we're going to need some rubber, more rubber plates, or rubber sheets I should say. We need infinite water, which is 2 buckets of water and 6 wrought iron plates. Now, do I have enough wrought iron? No, I don't. Nope. So let's make 6, that's 12 wrought iron I need. You know what, I'll drop the copper in somewhere. There for now. Right, so that's 12 wrought iron, and I'm going to need 3 iron plates to make another bucket, and then that's my 6 there, so let's go and get some buckets of water. Raining again. Handy pool out here. So 1, 2. We'll make our infinite water source. Done. Another quest off the list. Which means we can now open up steam dynamos, your first major crafting project. You'll need a small bit of silver for this dynamo. If you haven't found a galena vein yet, which is where silver is, then consider buying some silver ore using omnicoins. You won't need a ton of silver and lead just yet, so it won't bankrupt you. Keep in mind that dynamos only output power when burning through fuel, and only the block attached directly to the coil will get provided with power. Okay. So we need to do that. We need to get some more rubber sheets and conductive iron energy conduits. Most basic tier of RF energy conduits from NIO. These can be used to transport energy from your steam dynamos to various destinations. Now it's a conduit, so fortunately we have binder already. We have our wires. So that should be us, except I don't have any inventory space, so I think we need to take some time and, well, for a start, I've got all these oak saplings. So put that netherwort away and let's turn those oak saplings into plant balls and turn those plant balls into rubber, because we'll need that. Meanwhile, we'll make up our conduits. Now, annoyingly, I need 4 for the CF coming up, but you only get 3. Cunning. Right, so we'll just resmelt those into rubber. I don't know why these furnaces, the GUI just seems to fade out. It's rather peculiar. I was just seeing if I had any rubber saplings. Alas, I do not. So we can make some more plum balls up. Make some space in my inventory. Will that be enough, or no? Right, they can go into the trash. Turn that into more rubber. So we're going to need at least 7 rubber sheets, that's 14 rubber. So let's make up 16 actually, because I wanted an additional rubber sheet to make a rubber mallet. Right, so first things first, we'll take our cables, wrap them up. So that gives us a red alloy cable, and then we'll make a rubber mallet. Done. And I just realised, yeah, did it too quickly. Same problem as before. Oh well, we'll be making plenty of rubber sheets, I'm sure I'll get that one. Pop you away, pop you away, pop you away. So that's our cables done. A substrate is the board part of a circuit board, the backing that the circuit components of wires are laid onto. A good substrate needs to not conduct electricity for obvious reasons. Wood coated in sticky resin is a primitive but effective material to use as your first substrate. You also need to make vacuum tubes as well as some primitive resistors. Paper will work as a material for these for now. Make sure to code these recipes into a work table. You'll be making a lot of these things. Okay, so that's worth focusing on, I think. So what do I need? Well, I'm going to need to make paper somehow. I wonder if it's time to branch out slightly from the quests. Let's take some sticks and make a handy excavator. And meanwhile, I think what I'm going to do, put the books away, is to make a crate. We need a wood casing, so I need some sticks. So more sticks. That's worth having some sticks. Wood casing, then I need to make 4 chests. Eesh. Finally, make a crate. We'll drop that down here, and then we'll just empty our inventory out into it. Keep things nice and clean. Perfect. Right, so I'm going to take the excavator I just made. And we'll head for the land of the sand. Okay, now we're back. I got a lot of sand because I want to make some compressed sand blocks. Hopefully should give me some double compressed sand, which should give me Snad, which is very handy for growing sugarcane on, which I managed to find some outside. So what we need to do is find somewhere relatively high. I'm going to dig a hole down here for it. Yeah. If we take out that, should that be enough? Take you out as well. I think that should be enough. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Going to need a piston. hoppers. What else I'm going to need? A minecart would be useful. I've got a drawer that I can put stuff in here, so we can use that for it. And a lot of cobble, I think, to start off with. This is going to be ugly as anything, but it's just a temporary measure. So let's grab some cobble. Gotta love those mining hammers. Whoops, I'm stuck on something. Don't know what that was. Ah, the fantastic use of this hook. Right, so for a minecart it's just iron. Let's take any magnetite. I'm going to cook that up. And where's my stock of iron? It's in here. Grab some more charcoal as well. Right, so minecart. What's that? I need some sticks for rails. One, isn't it? Right, so that and that. So that's done. Hoppers. I need 2 of these, so I need 2 chests and 10 plates. That's 20 iron. I've still got my hammer, so I need a wrench, hammer. That's the layout of it. Wrench, and do I have some spare chests? I've got 1. Enough wood to make another. So that. A couple of hoppers. Probably want some glass for the front as well. So let's drop that in there. Observer. Ooh, nether quartz. I haven't found any of that yet. It's just nether certus quartz, nether quartz ore. 2 omnicoins. Just get a piece of that cooked up. Plenty of steel. Let's grab some redstone as well. Let's make my observer. And the piston. Just need some wood for that. So happen to have enough. Right, is that everything? The only thing I really need is this drawer. And let's find the little hole I dug out. We'll need some water, but we can deal with that in a minute. So let's see if I can work this out. Oh no. Good, that makes it odd. So I can get it dead center. So I really want it about here, I think. have a wrench on me? Will this one work? It does. Perfect. And now I want a hopper going into the back of it. I want some supports. A rail over the top. And one hopper minecart, which will pop here. Drop that up in there. Grab my block of Snad. Drop that there. And now, the magical bit. Break the rail. And that drops down. Awesome. So now I need that there, that there, that there. Bucket of water. Let's go grab my buckets. Do 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 do. So always one thing I forget to make on this, and that's the thing that's going to make this work. So water, so we want to come, sugarcane will be there. Let's just hang up from the ceiling for a bit. So at this height and this height, move over a bit. At this height, so 1, 2, we want a piston just there. And we want the observer. Now, will this work? Will I have to go back one? I think I will. Yep, I'll have to probably punch out the wall behind it, because the output for this is R. We're going to have to go get the crescent hammer. No, I can do it with this one. Yeah, the output's going to be pointing the wrong way. Let me get my diamond hammer, and I want a piece of stone under. We'll drop a piece of redstone on top. Okay, so in theory, once I've tidied this up a little, if I block off that, and that, don't want sugarcane leaking anywhere. Gotta love this hook. On there. That's one up there. Do is we'll pop that there, that there. Okay. So I need one more thing. For that, hopefully I've got enough materials to make a conduit binder. I have gravel, I have sand, I have clay. So let's make some more conduit binder. Get that cooked up. Now I'm really glad that I accidentally messed up those on the redstone, because I actually need some redstone wire. Where's those redstone plates? So I need 3 redstone wire. So take my wire cutters, which are somewhere, there they are, right in front of me. conduit binder. It's a redstone conduit. Now I will need my Yeta wrench. Do I have the sugarcane on me? I do. Do I have any glass on me? 11. Will that be enough? This is the big question. Might be enough. Right, so first things first. Plant sugarcane. Plant it. Then, because I don't want this spilling out everywhere, pop some glass up and take our redstone conduit and drop it onto the Snad, but it doesn't connect to the Snad, so we use our Yeta wrench. Just go back, click that. Now, if I open it and put a strong signal, we should now have, whoops, just realised there's some rail in there. Now we should have sugarcane going in there. Now I will need to put some drawer upgrades in and a void upgrade to stop my server, well, my local server crashing. But for the time being, I've got enough glass to enchant. Make it look a bit pretty. Perfect. We now have a sugarcane farm. Which, if I just grab all this, means I now have a load of paper. So, we actually made our sugarcane farm up. We're in a good place for the rest of the quests. So, resistors, we're going to need paper for those. We've got the sugarcane. Vacuum tubes, need paper. We've got the sugarcane. Coated circuit boards, we need wood and rubber, so we need to sort that out. So we need some rubber trees. But I think we can get that done. And we've now also got a fuel source for our steam dynamo, which is pretty limitless. So in our next episode, we'll get steam dynamo made, we'll get fuel sorted. I think the very first thing I'll do though is get some sort of sound muffler, because that's a little bit annoying, that noise. But I hope you join me in the next episode. If you like this video, feel free to give it a like. If you want to see more of them, please feel free to subscribe. Until then, I wish you a very pleasant day. Goodbye.